need, like you said, for stability. But it could also be the thing that gives you a skill that you need later on in life.
Exactly.
It could also be the thing that breaks you to the point where, like, I don't mean in a bad way, like it breaks you and you fucking just
breaks
fail.
you
Like,
and you're just
breaks
like,
you,
I
like
need to do what I'm good at.
like breaking a horse, right?
Yeah.
Breaking a horse so that it can work in the way that you need it to.
Yeah.
And so that it works in the way that it needs to. Like, it's an important part of the process of making yourself into something more. You have to shed the other aspects of yourself that are fucking, like, trim the fat, man. It's not, you don't need it there. It's just weighing you the fuck down. And that's what these people are. They're fat. Just trim them the fuck off. Get them the fuck out of your life. They're toxic. Stop putting commas in relationships when there should be a period. Like, that's the end of that relationship. Move the fuck on. But lastly, what I want to bring up is that this is a very, I wouldn't say controversial topic, but it is something that I hear a lot from a lot of people. And, you know, I dealt with it in my job yesterday. I've dealt with it in my jobs over time, in other sales positions, and other retail spots, and maintenance, wherever the fuck I am, where there's this conversation where, like no negativity, like just fucking be positive. And I understand the mentality behind it. You know, it makes you more solution oriented instead of just venting about everything. But I do see the utility. I see a lot of usage in venting. I see a lot of usage in, like, not dwelling on, but bringing up the negative things that happen in your life. Or that happen in your day.
It depends on who you're bringing it up to.
It also depends on how you're bringing it up. I'm not talking about just whining about it. Yeah. I'm not just talking about, like, well, fucking life sucks and this, that, and the third, and everything sucks and I don't like. Not that. I'm saying, like, you can't always be positive. The world is not always positive, and being too positive all the time, too optimistic, can fucking fuck you over as well, because you're not focused on, like, the negative things that maybe you're doing wrong, or that there's a pattern that you're not recognizing because you're just trying to, like, overcome it with being super bubbly and happy and, like, being solution based. It's like, no, man, you also have to realize that the world is dark, it is fucking filled with shit, and you have to combat that willingly. Open your eyes, look at it, talk about it with somebody else. And if you're surrounding yourself with overall positively oriented people, they'll give you advice on it. They'll say, hey, I see it this way. Maybe you should change this. Maybe you should change that. And you can both grow from it. And that's an important part of it as well.
Or if you're generally just, like, I've had people recently ask me for advice on what they should do and how they should go about things that they would be really good at. And they say that the thing that stops them from doing is they're depressed or whatnot, and I can't do this, I can't do that, it's this house, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that.
Yeah.
And my biggest thing is with that, because I've definitely had to not hang out with those type of people anymore, because it kills my brain. I can't. If you're really literally just not even gonna try and just gonna come up with a million excuses as to why not, I can't. I can't. I have to cut you off. I have to hang out with people that are better than me, even.
Yeah, you always do.
And
it's like, you know, if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong fucking place.
Exactly. So my whole thing is, if you're already a negative person and you're already super depressed and down or whatever, you need to start hanging out with positive people that aren't super depressed. You need to hang out with people that are doing amazing things already, business owners, fucking people that are doing their own thing, people that want to do more, people that don't just settle for what they have going on right now. They never get complacent. They just keep going and keep going and keep going. That's it.
I don't even like people that have really great jobs that have built themselves up to something, you know, great, and they're stable and all that stuff, but they get comfortable there. And that shit even bothers me. Like, cool, you're making 6 figures. Cool, you have your 401k. Cool, you have this, you have that. You have your royalties. Whatever that is, whatever that fucking thing is that you have is great. But why are you stopping? Like, how are you comfortable right now?
What gets you up every morning?
Exactly. And when you get that comfortable, you get stagnant, and that's when life throws you a curveball, and you can't handle it because you didn't prep yourself at all. You stopped. You stopped exactly where you are.
Well, I know someone, a woman. I'm not gonna say who this woman is.
Yeah.
But I know someone that Any job that she goes to for an interview, she is overqualified. She could automatically get a manager's position. She's been offered every single job. Oh, well, you're fucking perfect for a manager position. And she automatically will not take the manager's position. She wants to start from the bottom and earn her manager's position and take on whatever, so that she can also relate with the people that she's going to be managing. She wants them to see that, yeah, I'm willing to push carts. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do this. It's kind of like our boss from the other job that we were working. Like, they will get down and dirty with the people that they're working.
The kind of person that, like, even though they're at the top of the hierarchy or in their respective place, they're like, I'm never gonna ask you to do something that I wouldn't do myself.
Exactly.
But also, there's a sense of pride that comes with that can keep you in a place that's not good for you. And like, there's nothing wrong with starting from the bottom. Now we hear type mentality.
Started from the bottom. Now we here.
Started from the bottom.
No promo for Drake. No.
I don't like Drake. I need to stop promoting everybody and not get
unless you're gonna pay us some money. Yeah. We are not promoting anybody.
We just did. That's like the third time.
We didn't promo. No promo. No promo. I said it like 5 times. If you don't get it now, no promo 6 times.
So anyway, fucking Christ. So no, it's another thing that happens. It's happened to me. I've done it 1,000 times. Where like I humble myself. As narcissistic as I come off, I humble myself often to try to own my shit. To try to like instill a sense of respect for everyone who's around me, because I'm willing to do the things that like everyone else needs to do, even at the bottom. And I've done that even when I owned my own businesses. When I had people that were working underneath me, I would run podcasts like this, and I'd do other productions and other events and other things, and I'd have people working for me, and they would I would do the hard stuff that they had to do. I would be on the episodes with them. I would host certain episodes. I would structure the podcast out. I would do scheduling. Like, I would do the whole fucking 9. I'd be there earlier than them, and I'd leave later than them. And so, like, when I would start to get resistance from people, or like whining and complaining, and like, well, you own it, so you get to have all these perks.
Those are the people you gotta drop like flies.
And I did. I cut them right the fuck out, and of course, they were resentful and pissy, and like talking trash about me, and it literally did nothing. It was just like went right past me. I didn't give 2 shits about their words, because it's like, dude, you can't even show up on time to talk for an hour and then leave. Like, I'm here 3 hours before you, setting it all up, finding our location, putting it all together, spending money out of my pocket, which I wasn't like rich or anything. I was working 2 jobs and running my business to afford to fund it, and working at a job that I met the person at, plus the other job that I found on my own to go get, and then also setting that up, being there early, cutting out late, like being in, I wouldn't get home until like 1, 2 in the morning, and then I have to do all of the prep work, like putting up the episodes, Anyway, my whole point is that, if you're going to come to me with any sort of excuse for why you can't do something, you can't navigate stuff, you can't move things around to be there, like, what that tells me is that you don't respect my time. And furthermore, you don't even respect your own fucking time. So how the hell do you expect me to respect you as a person, period?
Exactly.
So
be careful of those people that you also try to, like, those negative people that you try to see good qualities in, that you try to pull out and try to help, because those people are the ones that'll bring you down.
Falling in love with potential. That's actually a great point. Falling in love with potential was always my problem. And there's nothing wrong with seeing potential in someone. It's actually really, really fucking important. It's a transcendent part of a human being.
Yeah.
There's like, you can always see the ideal in someone, the thing that they could be if they had the right direction, drive, information, whatever that is. And if you're the person that can help them get there, fucking by all means. But the point is that I'm trying to make is that before you even get to that part of like, I see something in you that no one else sees, that maybe you don't even see, you have to see, like, what is the foundation of their character?
Yeah.
What are their value structures? Because at least at the base, at the core value of them as a person, if they exude the types of behavior that make them, worthwhile human beings, they have a conscience, they show up on time, they fucking, like, whatever those qualities are, that they can at least build off of. They need work here, 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 and here that you see. At least you know they'd be willing to make those changes. And that was my biggest problem. I couldn't find the discrepancy between their who they could be and who they are. And that was what I was fucking up. So before you start like going out and trying to help the world and like
be super observant.
Be fucking real with yourself and with them. And if they start giving you resistance about small changes you're trying to help them make based off of experiences that you have, like, then fuck them. Because, dude, I used to get into it with people and they'd be like, well, I'm not like you. I'm like, no shit, you're not like me. I don't want you to be like me. But there are things that I know that I've had 8, 9, 10 years of experience with. And it's in your best interest to maybe listen to me for a little bit. You don't have to fucking say I'm right or like take it and immediately go apply it, but at least fucking take the information in and dissect it and see if like, all right, being honest with yourself, you know, this hypothetical person I'm talking to, be honest with yourself to go, all right, that makes sense. I don't really get what he means by that, but maybe this would work if I did my way in this way, you know. Do something, man. Push, pull, something. You got to give people something. Just sitting there stagnant and being like, well, I can't. Well, of course you can't with that fucking attitude.
It's okay to give people a shot, like, with, like, you know, like, hey, I got this idea, blah, blah, blah. If they say they're about it, give them a chance to try and do this thing to change their ways or progress towards whatever it is that they're telling you that they want to do. But at the same time, do not waste your time. Do not continue sitting there giving them that much of a chance where you're sitting there for long periods of time, years wasted of time on that one person when you could be progressing on your own and have better people in your clique or whatever the hell, like
whatever you call it, your team, your squad,
whoever the hell
your gang, your group.
Yeah, whoever you want to associate yourself with, like
fucking 18, bitch.
You want to make sure that they got the same qualities as you, but honestly, you want the people that have better qualities because it'll help you grow as a person.
I would say that I agree with you to an extent. I think that there are qualities that people have across the board, right? And I don't like using words like better or worse because they're so subjective. You know, you might say better in terms of like it works.
Well, I get what you're saying.
But my point is that overall, what I would want people to do, and the way I see it, is like find people that share similar qualities to you that maybe have different qualities that also work and are constructive.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Like put yourself around successful, yes, but mostly put yourself around constructive people that are going to keep motivating you to move forward rather than whining and complaining and making it more difficult for you. Because that's the biggest problem, right? Is that a lot of people, and I'm a culprit. I'm a culprit. I've been there. I did it for a long time. I found myself surrounded by people that I was trying to help move forward, and they were just like pulling me back. And I lost so much time, and now I'm at a place in my life where I feel like I have to play so much catch up.
Yeah.
To get to where I should have been.
There, done that.
I should have been where I'm at now, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
With the kind of work ethic that I had, I was just
reality. But listening to a lot of but you do this, you do that, and then it brings you back. So
yeah.
On that note,
we're wrapping up.
I think we're wrapping it up. Yeah, we got like 1 minute left.
Less than a minute left. So, all right, guys. Until next time, be better.
Do better. Get your shit together, dose.
Dude. You fucking psycho. Oh my